Oh, we have a lot to get to today in our Trader Rundown, so let's say hello to Todd Bubba Horwitz. Hello.
Good morning. Hello.
And away we go. Of course, we have the Fed announcement coming out later today, and we are edging and inching closer to that Brexit vote. What do you think about the market action today?
Well, I think the action is pretty constant with a Fed meeting, also constant with some uncertainty of Brexit, and also constant with triple witching expiration, which is Friday. So we're seeing a lot of action. Again, it's not crazy. The VIXs have been a little crazy, but the overall markets are kind of on edge. I think the first domino will be this afternoon's announcement from the Fed.
What is the VIX telling you? Because we did see it at, a 3-month high this week. We're bouncing above that 20 range on the VIX. So as the VIX goes up, it's an indication that people are concerned that maybe the market is going to go down. What do you think it's saying?
Well, I think the first thing it tells me is the way it went up. It went up in 4 days over 50%. To me, that's way too fast, way too hard, and that showed a little extra fear. I think what you're seeing now is a lot of people are positioning because of the German bonds being at negative rates. You're seeing bond markets start to collapse. You're seeing the 10-year under 1.6 now. You're seeing a whole bunch of stuff happening that is very concerning from an economic standpoint, that we cannot buy our way out of debt, which we've tried to do for quite a while. So that's creating a little bit more fear, but I do believe that the fear was overdone a little bit. I think it went up way too fast. You know, when you look at a chart, when it goes like this, it's very hard to sustain that kind of move.
The German bond, let's just pause there for a moment. This was historic. What happened here?
First, well, again, another economy, another central bank deciding that they can buy their way out of debt or borrow their way out of debt. So they drop the rates, trying to promote liquidity, but the problem is no matter where the rates go, until a bank can make enough of a spread, and the spread is between what they pay for it and what they can lend it for, until they can do that, they're not going to lend to the average guy. So that will keep a cap on everything, meaning that although they went to negative rate, means you got to pay interest when you buy it, but it's not going to help the economy, because until banks open up their purse strings, we're not going to see an improvement.
So the bond went down, it went negative.
Right, so if you buy the bond, you're paying them to hold your money.
Okay, let's move on to some other interesting aspects in the market. We've been talking about this Microsoft LinkedIn deal, and you have an interesting take. You think that Netflix could be a big player here.
I do. I actually love the Netflix. I mean, I love the Microsoft deal, but I think Netflix has been looking for a buyer. You know, I like Netflix. I use it. But overall, as a company, I always thought they'd be the next Blockbuster or one of those that just couldn't make it. I don't think they have enough money. But now I think Apple came out a few weeks ago, and I was always a fan of Apple taking Netflix. There was a little bit of a rumor, and Apple's got plenty of money, so they could make the deal easily. I think that this will open up the area, especially with some more cheaper money, to allow Apple to go ahead and swoop in on Netflix, and I think that would be a great marriage. You've got the technology of the company and all the money in the world to go ahead and produce your product, because Netflix has the one thing that others are looking for, which is the content. So I think it's a great marriage. I would look for it to possibly happen, and I'm going to play it that way.
Always good to have you here. Love your insights. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.